with some very special guests. I'm your host, Claire Meyer.
Special.
And
oh, gosh.
We have Macy McClish and Luke Bruce.
What's up?
Hey. How are y'all? How's everything going?
Big chillin', you know?
Vibing.
Yeah.
Riding
always.
out the waves to May.
Just waiting for spring break.
Yeah.
It is
Always.
actually 79 days. Well, when recording this podcast, it is 79 days until we graduate.
Wow, you're counting.
That's crazy.
I'm just kind of flowing.
Well, there's a countdown in the band hall, so.
Oh, wow.
Every day I come into journalism, as you both know, and say, I can't wait for May. Like, that's the first thing I say when I get up in the morning anymore.
I'm just afraid the grass will be greener on the other side, and it's not going to be that great in May.
Like, I'm starting to feel the stress, though, because my parents are like, oh, your relatives are wanting to know what they should get you for graduation. I'm like, I don't know.
I'm not there yet.
I haven't thought that
Money.
far.
Money.
Yeah.
That's a good
When
answer.
in doubt, bring people money.
I mean,
So true.
honestly,
A nice $20. It's
Gets
just,
you a long way.
Yeah.
it's crisp. Green.
It has to be a crisp 20, though.
Yeah. Like sticky 20 where you can like stick the other bill.
Oh, ew.
Not like sticky like, okay, yeah, okay.
Anyway, we do have a little bit to look forward to before May graduation, and that is spring break.
I'm not really doing anything, so it's like, I'm just gonna work.
That I always get that response too. It's like, oh yeah, I work a lot this week. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, I'm loving it. I'm making money. I'm putting it back, you know?
You get
Yeah,
off.
like, I like to go to work, but I like working. I just don't like taking the day out of my time.
Right,
like,
that's true.
Like, it's like, I have kind of, like, especially when you get, like, backed up with other stuff to do, it's like, I have a minute. I am working for, like, 5 hours, and then you go home, and you still have homework to do. And so,
Right.
it's give and take. Give and take.
It sure is. And I always get home late, and I think that I'm going to be productive and then do stuff. And then the second I sit down, it's over for me.
I watch, like, 2 hours of TikToks every night. Like, look down the clock. It's, like, 2 o'clock. I don't watch dance TikToks. That's not what TikTok is for. Yeah.
Right.
It's for the memes. Yeah.
We need a clear definition of what TikTok is for exactly.
Honestly, I don't know. You know, back in the day, you know how you say, like, TikTok is, like, Musically? But it doesn't seem like Musically because it's, like,
It's evolved.
not everyone is doing, I don't know. It depends on what you're there for.
I mean, I don't have TikTok, but I have Instagram, and I follow, like, stationery accounts because I'm that person. And there's, like, a bunch of kind of, like, helpful ones on, you know, how to, like, bullet journal or
There's some
take
good, like,
notes
cooking
or-
TikToks.
Yeah, there's those,
Ooh,
too.
I like
Yeah.
cooking. Yeah.
Yeah. If
I'm
I
not
could
on
cook, I
TikTok.
would
I'm
be.
not that cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I watch a lot of funny stuff. But anyways, spring break, what are y'all going to do?
There's a band-sponsored trip to go to New York for a couple days, which is really kind of neat because we get to leave before spring break even starts, and then we're back by the time spring break starts,
Ooh,
which
yeah.
is kind of nice because we have, like, 2 spring breaks.
Extra long spring
Yeah.
break.
The only bad part is that we leave at 3 o'clock in the morning this Thursday, and then we get back at 3 a.m. Monday.
So that's
It's gonna be a little rough.
Yeah, but at least we have that spring break buffer to like rest and kind of rejuvenate, I guess.
It's true.
Yeah, essential oils, whatever else you do to rejuvenate. I
I
don't
don't know about y'all, but
I
that's my go-to, you know? Orange papyrus. Oh, the papyrus is not, that's a font. I
Orange
don't know what I'm
papyrus.
thinking of. Orange, I don't know.
Pomegranate?
I don't know. It's some essential oil. Because you know how they have like the little smelly things?
Yeah.
Diffuser
the-
is what you're looking
Diffusers.
for.
Yeah. And so you put like the essential oils. And we have like all these ones, but my parents, they just go to Walmart and they're like, and they always kind of smell bad. 'Cause I don't think Walmart have the best smells.
No,
Probably
I
not.
probably wouldn't. That's not my first choice.
Yeah, but my parents are like, whatever, it's fine. And so stick that in. Orange papyrus, you know.
Orange.
Smells
If
just like
anyone knows the
Avatar.
actual scent, I would love to know
Please
what that
send that
is.
in.
They're
Yeah.
gonna literally say I'm so stupid. Like, can't wait.
What if that is actually the scent title, though?
It is definitely not.
And it's like
That's-
in papyrus. the
in
light
papyrus.
font.
Orange Avatar. You thought they were blue.
You were really just colorblind.
So now we're going to be opening in essential oils, winging it, sponsored.
Yeah.
Ooh, it can be our merch.
Yes, yeah. We don't sell T-shirts. Just
Eagles Tail essential oils.
Just an orange papyrus.
Usually, I travel during spring break because my family is super busy and everyone's always doing something. But for whatever reason, we always kind of slow down on spring break. But we're not actually going anywhere this year, which is kind of nice, honestly. It's like we've been saying, it's nice to just kind of have that break of just calm and not having anything to do or to go anywhere. It's just kind of sleep until however late you want kind of day.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that.
Yeah. Well, if all of y'all are staying here for spring break, we've kind of done a little research.
Yeah, you're not traveling, but you also don't want to just be at home all the time every day, hopefully, maybe. If you're staying around like we are, or at least for a part of spring break, then you might get a little bored. We've individually tried to research to the best of our ability.
Yeah. Got him.
Research our own town. It's fine. It's gonna work. So we've come up with a couple of pretty good things to do during spring break.
Yeah, and I definitely don't have enough experience in my 18 years of
Oh.
life here. Honestly, because you're like looking down the list of like TripAdvisor and stuff, and I'm like, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, like I've never heard of that research.
But maybe we're just uncultured in our own area.
Uncultured in
Kinda
our own
sad.
culture. Look at us
Kind
go.
of wow, that's kind of depressing.
And,
Anyways, so what's there to do?
I feel like most obviously Paladero Canyon.
yeah.
It's a go-to, you know. You got Lighthouse Trail. You can walk for 6 miles and fall a couple times for a few bruises,
Yeah,
you know.
fall on a cactus.
Yeah. If you haven't done that, you haven't lived.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple.
I guess I haven't lived because if I'm going to be completely honest, I've been to Paladero twice. One was for a kindergarten field trip. Mm-hmm. And then the second one was to take senior pictures with somebody. They wanted to have their senior pictures down there. So.
Oh, all right. Well, you need. See, this
Well,
is why this is good.
I can go
Macy.
do that later this week.
Yeah.
Later
In spring break.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what are some good ones? Honestly, I feel like Sunflower Trail doesn't get a lot of hype, but it's a lot of fun. And I don't know if it'd be good over spring break, but in the summer anyways, there's always like a ton of sunflowers there.
Yeah.
And it's like really cool like photo spot. Get those Instagram pictures in.
Yeah,
Get some
you gotta-
clout in, you know. No, I'm kidding. But
Well, and if you're into biking or athletics of any kind, there are biking trails, right?
Oh yeah.
Specifically.
My dad used to bike a lot. And then there's always the 24 hours in the canyon where they like bike for literally 24 hours.
See, you could just be in the
So-
canyon all spring break.
You can just stay there forever. Yeah, but I think it's kind of underrated when we live there. When we live here, it's kind of like
You don't realize what you have, right?
yeah, until it's gone.
Yeah. But yeah, so I feel like that's a really good one. Another one that I guess people would consider obvious since we've lived here for so long is Cadillac Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I have never been. I actually went for the first time. I want to say like in August, and I've lived here for all my life, so that's pretty sad when you think about it.
I've
Like,
never gone to Cadillac Ranch, so at least you have one experience. I just
Yeah.
live under a rock, apparently. I don't get out.
you don't go
This
up.
is your time.
Yeah.
Okay, this spring
I'm
break.
ready.
Time
you're
to
gonna
shine
live.
right before you leave for college. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
experience everything that's left.
You have to do, what do they call those? Like, what do they call it when you act like a tourist in your own city? What is that called?
Staycation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I'll
go
do
to
a
a staycation.
staycation.
We've done a couple of those, you know. You gotta go to the Hampton Inn Suites, get those Texas-shaped waffles.
Yeah, that's important.
Go
Okay.
to like 3 movies. I did that once. I don't know why we used to like every time we would be gone, we would like, and it's crazy, and everyone would think it's probably crazy. We used to like Airbnb out our house, like our actually own house, and so it's kind of to us it was kind of like, well, whatever, you know. And you get like you leave and you get a certain amount of money, however it is, and you're still making some of that travel cost back. And so my parents, we would do that, and one time we did it, and we ended up like scheduling one like while we were still there, and somehow we ended up doing a staycation, and it was like the hotel by like Regal. I went to like 3 movies. I saw like Lego Batman and like like
You were living the dream.
I gotta say Lego Batman's a great movie.
It was.
Yeah.
Out of all of the Batman iterations ever, it's up there.
I mean, Dark Knight, we don't really care. Okay, like Christopher Nolan, not that
Yeah,
good.
whatever.
Okay, you don't, you're not that cool.
But that's actually like really cool that y'all do that and then take advantage of that too.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, you know, you kind of get tired of it, but we just saw a lot of movies. It was fun.
Speaking of movies, I looked and there's not a whole lot coming out.
Yeah, so if you want to go there, you're kind of out of luck. I mean,
Or
maybe.
you can do what I've done before and purposely gone and seen the worst movie in the theater.
That's
that
true.
can be very entertaining.
That would be pretty easy at this point.
And if it's for like a fun, like if you go with friends, that's really like it's pretty entertaining. A fun little experience to have, I think.
Yeah. What else do we got? Honestly, when you're like touristing around in places, the big deal is food. So, what do y'all kind of like to eat around here?
That's actually a really good
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, my personal favorite is Soccer Moms.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's
It's a good Canyon, Texas staple.
always a go-to, you know.
I was gonna suggest in that same vein, but a little bit like you'd have to go in Amarillo, but Tokyo Steakhouse. If y'all have ever been.
Oh, I've been there once.
It's really nice. It's a lot like Kabuki, but kind of
It's
smaller,
like,
a little bit
what do they
cheaper.
call it? Hibachi or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, hibachi, and you get
Something
noodles.
like that.
Noodles too. You get noodles and rice. So
I
that's
like
kinda
noodles.
nice.
You
Noodles
ever-
are, I think,
Underrated.
better than rice.
You ever know the part where they like flick the pea into your mouth?
Yeah.
I've only caught it once, and it was like the most glorious moment of my life. I gotta say, like, there's no other high that matches that than. I mean, it's just great.
You peak
It's
at that
just
point.
you literally peek. Get it like pea.
Okay.
I think they
Wow.
throw cucumber there, so a little bigger chunk.
Yeah. What else we got? Honestly, under the radar, we have a lot of like good coffee too. House course, and then on like 6th Street, 806 or
Yeah,
what?
806.
Honestly, it's pretty good. And I only get to go there like once a year, just because it's down there. But
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
it is good.
Another great place is Roasters. Roasters is my all-time favorite coffee place.
Good poor man's. That's good.
I don't drink a lot of coffee, and when I do, it's like McDonald's coffee that you can get for $3 because I'm cheap.
Honestly, though,
But like that's the good thing about Roasters is because you can get like decent coffee.
it's really cheap.
and it's affordable.
Yeah, and then honestly, really good coffee. You got like Cracker Barrel.
That's
I mean,
I feel like
Okay,
Cracker Barrel's
and
underrated.
Cracker Barrel is
Yeah.
so good. I mean, can we just
Their
talk about?
breakfast is,
Oh
you
my
cannot get any
goodness,
better.
waffles and like chicken waffles and different waffle combinations.
Sausage and gravy, they're biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
That is really good. I get that almost every time I go there, and it's
Like,
the
where
best.
else can you leave a restaurant and like get a hearty meal and then walk out of there with like a table set? I mean,
true.
like, revolutionary idea right there. I mean, why aren't we doing this in more restaurants, honestly? Like,
Yeah, we should start pairing them together.
yeah, and it like matches. They have like, they have like Willie Nelson albums and like Johnny Cash and George Strait, and then candy your grandma got you from when you're like 5 and you've never seen again.
Very
Yeah.
nostalgic.
I was gonna say you're
Yeah.
setting up a really nice aesthetic here. Like,
It's so great, and I want some Cracker Barrel right now.
all right,
We're making
let's go.
me
End of podcast right now. That's it.
Cracker Barrel.
What else? What else for food? Because you brought up a good point.
Yeah.
Well, I think the Oasis Snow Cone place is going to open up outside Ace Hardware, and honestly, that's where you get the best snow cones.
I've gotta
Snow
admit,
cones. Wow.
I don't have snow cones very often. Like,
Me neither. I feel like
I
don't know.
think I should because I actually like them when I have them, but I just don't that often.
I mean, it's not something
Even
that
in
you
the
think
summer.
about to go get,
Right.
you know?
you just happen upon it, and you're like,
Yeah. You drive by and you're
Like,
like, hey,
oh.
let's go there.
You don't
It's-
actively search out snow cones.
Yeah, no.
yeah. I mean, it's like syrup and ice.
Yeah.
Not
You-
to be a hater, but like,
You could make it at your house, but at the same time, like again, you happen upon it, so you have to get it while you're thinking about it. You know,
yeah.
what is your go-to snow cone flavor?
Dreamsicle.
Oh, I'm kind of a mixer. I usually just get the sourest thing that's there. I think on like Stop or whatever, because that's the one I go to if I like in Canyon. On Stop, I think it's like sour rainbow and then I ask like extra sour, and they like pack that thing in.
I
It's
was
like
gonna say, you're one of those kids.
yeah,
that
you're like
keep it going.
mix it all. Yeah, more. Put some more. Put some more.
I used to love tiger's blood until I realized how terrible it was.
I mean, honestly, like, they got us tripping out there. Like, they were like...
it was just saying, yeah, I'm having tiger's
Or
blood.
frog in a blender. You're like,
Yeah.
You're like a little 6-year-old self is like, I'm hilarious. And you're
Definitely
like,
a marketing ploy.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. Great title.
Getting rid of
Great
all
title.
of those bad syrups by calling it something cool.
Yeah, they're like, it's like literally like flavor red and like red flavor. Like that's all tiger's blood was. And they're like, call it something cool.
Yeah, I've simmered down now. I'm a pina colada woman.
That
at
one's
this point.
good. I like
Yeah.
that one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It pairs really well with the ice.
The ice. As opposed to no ice.
Just
There's
straight
like
syrup.
straight pina colada syrup. Nothing like it. Gotta tell y'all, if y'all want to get that, you gotta go ask.
Yeah.
Off the menu item.
Secret items you didn't know about. I did think of an activity kind of thing that I don't think a lot of people think about, going to an escape room. We have several. We have at least 3.
I actually did one
4.
like a couple weeks ago, and it was like so much fun.
Yeah, they're
and,
a lot
like,
of fun.
Yeah.
The only thing
If you get a
with
group
escape
together,
room,
like, yeah.
you have to get the right group of people.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you get too many, I'll say leaderish type people, then they all try to take over, and then you have 4 different directions going on.
I feel like actually having done quite a few, the more people you have, the harder it is. Like
That's
I've
true.
done ones with 2 or 3 people and gotten out no problem. Because
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Never
maybe
would have
that's
thought
just
of
me.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You
Yeah.
might be right.
I did one with like, I don't know, there's probably 8 or 10 of us, and we didn't do it. We couldn't make it.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing it with that many.
It was a lot.
But anyway, there are quite a few.
Yeah.
With quite a few rooms in them. So you could, I mean, they're a little bit expensive. But again, that's the plus to having fewer people. I feel like those could be pretty entertaining for a while.
You convince your parents to get you out of the house. They may
Yeah.
help you out. Maybe just a little bit. You're like,
Pull on the
Or especially-
broke high schooler.
Yeah.
especially
And,
you just
know.
pull together with all your friends. Like, make sure everyone does their fair share. And I think there's a lot of things that you'll find are affordable when everyone kind of helps out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay your share.
And then you also got like laser tag too.
Oh, yeah. At
And-
Western Bowl. Okay, I went to Western Bowl a couple weeks ago. Most entertaining thing ever because their arcade there is really good. They have laser tag, and so few people do that laser tag. It's you and whoever you bring with you, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
And then you have, bowling. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Western Bowl.
Come
They
in
got like
clutch.
Wednesday too.
Another thing that's underrated is lights off golf in the mall.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Really?
Never once.
Honestly, yeah, it's mini golf, but it's fun because nobody's there.
Yeah. It's like a really easy way to have like a personal experience with your friends or whoever you decide to bring with you.
Yeah.
Although that personal experience often turns into me being very angry because I'm really bad at
Oh,
putt-putt.
I'm bad at like
Ditto.
every facet of golf, like whatever it is.
You have to be born with like a special golf gene.
Tiger Woods.
Be born wearing a red shirt and black slacks. Ron Swanson. I just, every time I've gone to golf, I just end up more frustrated. And then putt-putt, I just end up like worse than everyone else.
You can't keep up.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
It's like not knowing how to bowl and stuff like that. Like,
yeah. Both of my siblings get really upset when they bowl because they're just one step behind me, and it just ends up being all of us just being really angry at each other. But if that's what you're
Just
looking
like,
for,
turn the
it's
bumpers
great.
on. Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
family bonding. You're not bonding unless you're yelling at each other.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's-
You don't have a true family experience unless you're yelling at each other by the time it's over.
It's the memories.
Yeah.
Ah,
An event that you don't have to yell at each other about, probably, I would hope, is the zoo.
honestly, I haven't been to the zoo since,
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I was gonna
elementary field trips.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I haven't been in forever, too. So I guess you go refresh yourself. I don't even know what it looks like anymore.
I don't either. I think the last time I went, I was probably 10 or 11.
My favorite was always the howler monkeys right up front, though.
oh yeah,
So
they're
the
like
rest-
right there, and they're like,
Yeah.
there's like the big, like, all I remember is like the big pit, and I thought
Yeah.
it seemed huge, and I bet it's not even that big anymore, but I just remember it being like,
Giant, like
yeah, like a giant pit of monkeys, and you're like, oh, yo, I'm actually kind of scared of monkeys, I won't lie, like, Have you ever seen like videos of them like whacking people upside the head?
They're smart too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what scares me. Like, ever seen Planet of the Apes? Like,
Yeah.
there's also like an orangutan in that movie.
Yeah.
And I think it just bred a fear in my mind of primates taking over and killing us all. It's a viable thought.
That's how I am with AI. I'm not gonna lie, I get really nervous if someone's like, oh yeah, this is my Siri connected throughout my whole house, or like or whatever it is.
I don't know why that doesn't freak me out, because we have like so many like Alexas and stuff.
Yeah, just
like
okay, like, but the thing is with those, you say, hey, turn off,
Oh, but we don't.
Here, turn off.
Yeah.
But they still hear you when you say, like, hey, Google, or hey, Alexa.
Yeah, how do we know that it's not actually turning off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's freaky.
But the more I think about, like, because there's a lot of that stuff about, like, privacy and stuff, and I'm like, I honestly have nothing to hide in my life from the government.
That's
like,
true. Like, what are they going to use? Like,
yeah,
TikTok
exactly.
edition?
Like, yeah, like.
They'll lure you in. With
That's how Spotify is getting your music. They're listening through Alexa.
Listen, okay, if they are, I'm vibing. I like
It's okay. Keep on doing what you're doing, Spotify. You're doing great, baby.
So anyway, over spring break, contemplate whether or not you're being spied on by the government.
I feel like one of the underrated activities that you can do, which actually is completely free, is like go on a walk or like take your dog to the park.
Yeah. Don't forget about your dogs and just go and get your dog. Or your cat. Might as
Go
well.
walk your cat.
Go walk your
Walk
cat.
your cat.
Have you ever seen anyone walk a cat?
Yes.
Like, actually walk a
I've
cat?
seen somebody walk a duck, like with the harness.
That is talent.
Ducks need it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's true.
they
I feel like-
gotta waddle.
I feel like ducks and cats are kind of like...
They both
they're,
hiss.
They're in,
That's true.
yeah, and they're their own kind of things. Like,
Yeah.
you're not the boss of me. I'm letting you walk with me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they have
if you
that
walk
one.
your cat, that's what you're doing.
I feel like something that kind of gets not necessarily a bad rap, but a negative connotation is the square. Because there's like a lot of cool shops down there, and you don't need to go in there with the pretense that you have to buy something. Like just walking through the stores are pretty neat.
Yeah. I think it's called Reuse It Again.
That's
I've
fun.
Been in there. The first time I went in there, I think I was waiting for someone or something on the square, and so I was just trying to entertain myself and walked in there. But very cool place. Lots of old antique stuff, but also like old movies and records and stuff like
Like
that.
magazines, I think.
Yeah.
They had like
Yeah.
National Geographic from like the 30s.
Yeah.
Like
If
sitting
you're
in there.
into that, it's there.
I mean.
But yeah, so there's a couple like hidden treasure stores there. I feel like.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity
And-
to kind of spend a day there.
In light of some lost businesses, we do have to give some patronage to those stores on the square, because they're good. It's just kind of we forget that they're there.
Yeah.
So it's important to
Go support local businesses.
over spring break.
Yes.
Retweet. That's important. Speaking of like local business, like Creek House Honey Farm, I knew that.
Ooh, yeah.
I think there's like beekeeping classes, and I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's super cool.
Speaking of more fierce bees, but
I share that
anyways,
fear, actually.
like, yeah, I need to get over it. But, but for those of you who aren't afraid of bees, you can go and
You can go.
honey farm
You know
it
what?
up.
Maybe this is a lesson. You need to face your fears over spring break, whether it's
Or like
bees
hiking, or like
hiking,
or like
Get out of your comfort zone a little
Yeah,
bit. Go try
try
some new
something.
stuff.
walk through the mud of Cadillac Ranch. You do you.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're not wearing your favorite shoes.
Good luck, and don't forget your spray paint.
So, yeah, remember all those very important lessons and things like that. And most importantly, over spring break, just wing it.